Oh, I mean, this bend.
What?
Well, what I mean to say is it does something for girls. You see, where I come from, the girls are 36 straight, and that's it. But this, it breaks up the monotony. Oh, I'm sorry.
He is cute, Mother.
I was right! I was right! I was right! Good evening, Ellen, Reba. I just received a flash from headquarters on the flying saucers. It's confirmed, Roger. Why, I even saw one with my own eyes as plain as day. There were machine guns sticking out of the side, and underneath it had a rack of bombs, and a tremendous cannon poking out of a pillbox on the top.
How?
How do you do?
How do you do?
Have we met?
Not unless you've ever been to X-47.
Well...
Oh, this is Mr. Mayberry. He's host at the party tonight.
Oh.
Nice costume.
Right costume, wrong century.
Oh, get this, Raj. Get this. At 1800 this evening, an unidentified flying object was spotted high over the Manassas...
Bob, you shouldn't read that in front of Roger. Remember, there ain't no such animal.
No such animal as what, Mother?
As visitors from beyond. Teensy-weensy little men with long green feelers like this.
Oh, excuse me, Mrs. Spelding, but the long green feelers won out with the short red tails.
Short red tails?
Bob, Reba, for heaven's sake!
Short red tail! That's a good one.
No. Oh, no.
Yes, indeed. You put fingerprints all over it. I mean, I don't care for me personally. But we are supposed to keep it clean. You know, sloppy barrier, sloppy mind.
You know what's going on, Raj. Tell us.
I can't. I have to watch out for that old 86.
86?
Look what happened to the azalea plant.
It's withered.
That's what I mean. Can I tell them, please?
Well, as long as I am going to be a guest in your house, I suppose it'll be all right. But remember now, this is our little secret.
You see...
I'm from another world.
From another...
planet. It's true.
Jupiter?
Jupiter? No one lives on Jupiter. Well, at least no one I know.
Why did you come here?
Oh, I guess it was a combined pleasure and study trip. You know, a visit to your small planet from mine. 8 million light years away.
8 million? Imagine. Poor boy, you must be exhausted.
I am, as a matter of fact, a little pooped right now.
A good night's sleep will take care of that. I'll fix up the guest room.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Conrad.
What is he supposed to be?
Spaceman. At least that's what I would have said 10 minutes ago.
Ain't I something?
Excuse me, please. How do you do? I wonder, do you mind?
Go ahead.
Thank you.
You know, I'm sick and tired of going to this old blow every year dressed as Stonewall Jackson. This year I'm going as a sure enough spaceman. Boom, boom!
Oh, you don't need that to boom boom. May I?
Sure. Mr. Spaulding, who is that?
That, you boob, is a spaceman.
A spaceman? You're kidding.
Will you please sit down and shut up?
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Spelding.
Get this thing off me. Get it off?
Yes, I will. Just a second. Oops. I'm sorry, Mr. Spelding. I guess I aimed just a little too high. If you just take your hands down and relax. Just hold perfectly still. There we are. Mr. Spaulding, I can, but you can't.
Sure enough, ever-loving, cotton-picking spaceman.
Here you are, Mr. Spaulding. I hope that I didn't upset...
Guest room's ready.
Oh, thank you very much, Mrs. Spaulding. I hope I didn't put you out.
Oh, and you'll find some of Mr. Spaulding's clothes in the closet. Feel free to wear them.
My clothes? Are you radioactive?
Oh, you needn't worry about that, sir. I've had my shots. Well, enjoy yourselves, everybody. I'm going to Betty. Bye. Good night.
You forgot your bag, Creton.
Oh, so I did. Thank you. And thank you.
Bob? Where are you going?
I know my duty when I see it. I'm reporting this to state militia.
I wouldn't do that. He wants it kept secret.
Secret? Oh, of course, of course. Well, you can trust me, Raj. Won't tell a soul.
Conrad?
I won't tell a soul either, Mr. Spaulding.
You're darned right you won't. You think I let a blabbermouth like you get me in trouble? You are not leaving this house tonight. You are sleeping here. In my room?
I'm sorry, Mr. Spaulding, I just can't. I mean, well, I'm not going to leave Myrtle alone at my place all night.
Myrtle?
His goat, Daddy, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Myrtle hasn't been a bit well, Mr. Spaulding. She looks very peaked. And for the last couple of days, she's been running a temperature.
Well, she can run it over here. Put Myrtle in our barn.
Is it air-conditioned?
Get going.
Yes, sir, I'll do that.
What about the party, Daddy?
We are not going to the party.
So glad you could come.
Good evening, good evening. Mabel. Get them into the living room.
What?
Get them into the living room, please. Hurry, dear, hurry.
Well, will you all please go into the living room and enjoy yourself? I'll be there in just a moment. And have fun. Robert, what in the world?
Please, don't ask any questions, Mabel. This is the biggest thing that ever happened to Manassas, to the country. Captain Jackson, Maybury of Manassas, listen carefully. This is top secret. At precisely 7:45 tonight...
Mary had a widow wham.
Mustn't do that, Mr. Mayberry. Oh, hiya, Rags. Come on in. Come on. There's no reason why we can't be friends, Rags. Now, what's on your mind? Come on, out with it. Oh, I forgot.
I don't believe it. There ain't no such human.
You've been spending too much time with Mr. Spaulding. I'm perfectly normal. Rags, where do you sleep at night?
Me? In a lousy box on the back porch. They think I'm a watchdog, but I'm really not. I'm yellow.
So am I. Rags, I have a thought. Why don't you bunk here with me tonight?
With you?
Well, sure, why not? Oh. Rags, you take the lower.
Normal, he says.
Good morning, Creton.
Oh, good morning, Ellen. You look very pretty this morning.
Thank you. Well, how do you like it? Your first day on Earth, I mean.
Oh, that. Just wonderful. I like it a lot, except that it's not exactly what I thought it would be.
Why? What did you imagine?
Well, I'm a little disappointed. You know, I missed the Civil War and Gettysburg and Shiloh and Manassas.
You keep talking about the past. Are you from the future?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I can visit you at any moment in your history. You know, time is really a trapezoid. You know what that means, don't you?
No, I'm afraid I don't.
You don't know what a trapezoid is? Well, I don't either, actually. That's the trouble with school, you see. That they make you memorize things that you're never, ever going to use.
Like in space?
Oh, it's pretty nice. Especially if you're traveling out of season. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, trouble.
Trouble?
Your daddy's in the study, and he's waiting for a call from George Abercrombie in New York. And is he worried?
You mean you can tell what Daddy's thinking?
Uh-huh. Would you like to listen in?
George Abercrombie, big shot executive, thinks he has brains. Well, I've got news for him. His brains aren't in his head, they're in his...
Oh! You have to be awfully careful of thoughts. Like, for instance, your thoughts, right now.
I haven't a thing on my mind.
Except Conrad. The truth, Ellen?
Poor Conrad. Sleeping with Daddy. And if Daddy knew what he was planning for this weekend at the lake, he'd strangle him in his sleep. No chaperones. I'm frightened. No, I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to... He's inside. Creton's inside my mind. Creton, stop that!
Well, Ellen, wait a minute. I mean, well, I didn't mean to embarrass you.
Well, now you know. Oh, Creton, the whole thing is so mixed up.
Well, let's unmix it. First, how does Conrad feel about your father?
Afraid he doesn't like Daddy very much.
And what does your father think about Conrad?
Despises him.
Well, then the first thing we have to do is to change the sleeping arrangements, because last night certainly wasn't satisfactory at all. Now, there are 3 bedrooms, and I'm in one. Now, let's put Mr. and Mrs. Spaulding in bedroom A together. Now, you and Conrad... Yes, this is going to work out just fine, Ellen. You and Conrad can take over bedroom B.
But Conrad and I aren't married.
Well, I didn't mean any harm by it, Ellen. You have to understand that, well, you see, where I come from, we don't tangle.
You don't tangle?
Oh, no, we haven't done that for a long time.
Well, if you don't tangle, what do you do? I mean, how do you multiply?
Multiply what?
Each other. How do you have babies?
Oh, we don't.
I don't understand.
Well, let me explain, Ellen. You see, we have ourselves. And, well, since we're for real forever, well, there's enough of us. Do you understand?
So now you never tangle?
No, never. It's a lost art. Although I must admit we were a little hasty, I think. But anyway, you must promise me that you'll let me watch next time you and Conrad oscillate antennas.
Oscillate antennas?
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, that's what they call it on Venus. But down here, I believe they refer to it as, pitching woo. May I watch? Well, Ellen, what did I say now? That's really the one thing I want to see while I'm down here.
Creton, you've got to stop talking like that. I know you're from another planet and all, and I guess we do think an awful lot about sex down here, but we're not supposed to discuss it. And anyway, it only happens when nobody's looking. Morning, Conrad. Did you sleep well?
I was up all night. Ellen, your father grinds his teeth. It's just gruesome.
He's been listening to my mind.
Huh? I know all about the